Wake it up a little bit. Earlier this week, an unfortunate situation happened in Midtown Atlanta with an Atlanta shooting. A suspect was shot four different individuals. Two of them did die. One was left injured, and the other actually was just, I guess, held at gunpoint, if you will. But this is such a bizarre situation that I had to try to put the pieces together. We do have a video clip. Let's run that and we'll come back and talk about it.
Let's bring in 11 Alive's Ariana Manise now to continue our team coverage.
Ariana, you're live in Midtown for us this morning where this all unfolded. What can you tell us about the alleged suspect?
Well, Aisha and Shiro, there's still a lot to learn about the deadly shooting that happened here in Midtown, like the suspect's name, which police have not yet confirmed, and a motive. Now take a look at your screen. We have video of the moments that the suspect was taken into custody at the Atlanta airport after an hours-long search. Now, although police, they haven't determined a motive, documents they are revealing both victims were among more than a dozen named in a job discrimination lawsuit filed by the suspect earlier this summer. Now, it's one of two lawsuits that the suspect is a part of against the building management company of 1280 West where the shooting occurred. Now, the suspect claims to be a whistleblower and that the company and managers named in this lawsuit violated her civil rights. But as of right now, police are not saying how the suspect knew the victims, but they do believe the victims were targeted, and police say as of right now they will release the suspect's name at the appropriate time, as this will be the center of their investigation. Back to you.
All right, y'all. So again, 34-year-old Kengne, she apparently had a bunch of different lawsuits out on the property management company. She also had some grievances at her job. So it looked like she went to the management office at the 1280 West condominium building, where she was a resident for about 5 years. And she shot two different individuals there. She left that scene and then went to her employer and killed her direct supervisor, who was 41-year-old Wesley Freeman, who we saw, which is such a tragedy and a loss to his family. After that, she was able to flee the scene. She called the taxi driver that she knew, and that is how the police were able to apprehend her because of dispatch. And so the cab driver, who is also from the same country that she's from, was getting some calls on the radio about her being in the back seat. And he dropped her off at the airport, where she was subsequently handed over to police. I guess she was trying to catch an international flight and get out of there. On her public LinkedIn page, she posted some fiery messages the day before the shootings, really just condemning the building management and all of those things. She wrote complaints stemming from the case and alleged fraud involving her former employer. So there's a whole bunch of things that kind of wrap into this. Again, too many lives being lost to that. But I just don't know what to make of this. I mean, how this is, I mean, I don't know what to make. I don't know how to make sense of this.
Well, first of all, I'll say it's like, yeah, it's a tragedy for sure. Second of all, I follow ATL Scoop on Instagram.
Me too.
my daughter lives down there in Atlanta, and unfortunately, man, stuff like this is like commonplace in Atlanta and a lot of places across the country. I mean, of course, this crime was unique, but it's a lot of violence. But so like, I mean, like, following what she's saying, she's like, yo, somebody broke into my safe in my house and they took, this evidence that I had of a cover up of this and that and everything else. Sound like a lot going on, man. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, come on, like, if your property management is that bad, like, most people just move, to go and to start shooting. And I looked at her LinkedIn. Did you see her LinkedIn?
I didn't pull up to her LinkedIn.
No, LinkedIn is like, somebody you just bump into every day, man. That makes me think twice about people I meet off LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, and that was the most interesting thing about all of this, is that she's very normal. You know what I mean? Like, she's the average. She is not your usual suspect. I will say that. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is with today. I think you could probably stereotype the typical perpetrator years ago, but it's like today it really is the person who was like just goes to work every day, pays her taxes, hey this and that. Those is the ones going ham, yo.
She's 34 years old. She's my age. I mean, you're like you said. I mean, you're that mad. Not only are you that mad, but you have made all these allegations that someone has come into your house, broke into your safe. How does somebody even break into your safe and steal documents? I mean, I just don't think people are that invested. She filed, complaints that the property management company was withholding her mail, and she was receiving letters from Georgia Power, who she also had a lawsuit against. So it's giving very much like delusional, right? Like this is not the average course that someone would take to resolve their grievances. If you don't like your job, you quit and you get a new one. If you feel like someone's stealing from you at your property, you move out and you move somewhere else. So she comes from an African background, and Omari,
Cameroon.
And listen, I'm telling you, the Cameroon community is up in flames, baby. You know how it goes. They are, I'm telling you, they know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Even the cab driver knew her from back home.
Yeah, the taxi driver, I saw the video. The taxi driver was like, hey, have you done anything? Is everything okay? Is anyone mad at you? She's like, no, I'm just chilling. Take me to the airport. She just smoked like, you know what I'm saying? She shot like 4 people. She's like, no, it's no problem. Everything is cool. He's like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, it's all good.
And then she hit him with this, though. Oh, she hit him with the, nah, you're safe.
Oh, yeah, you're safe.
He was like, nah, you're safe. Like, and he was like, well, but he opened, he kind of broke character and was like, listen, all these calls are about you. Like,
yeah, I thought when he said that, I thought it was gonna get funky up in the cab. To be honest with you, I'm like, "Ooh,
listen." He's lucky it didn't get spicy in his cab, but I don't know. Listen, more should unfold in this story, you guys. This is again, I can't wrap my mind around it. So